Hi, Steve. Good to have you with us. I've got Steve Mezak, founder and CEO of Accelerance with us. Steve, glad that you could join us.
Sure.
Hey, let's start out. I'd like to have you tell folks, what Accelerance does, who you sell to, and kind of what the value is. What do you bring to your customers?
Okay, sure. Well, we have a network of companies around the world that provide software development services. So the problem we solve really for clients here in North America is uh, finding a company that's good, that knows what they're doing, that knows how to develop software. So the challenges that our clients are facing is that they need to ramp up a software development team. They have trouble hiring programmers. They can't even get enough candidates locally, so they have to outsource, and that's a huge jump. It's a big scary thing for them because they don't, it's like for us in the United States, we know there's Canada to the north and Mexico to the south, and after that, it's kind of all a blur. So, but seriously, to do it right would take months of time to go around the world, find these companies, evaluate them in some way, and maybe even visit if it's critical enough for you. Well, we've done all that ahead of time, so we cut that process down to just a few days with our referral service. And on top of that, the referral service is free. And this year, we're also introducing consulting services because although we are ready to go with a solution, often clients don't even know what the problem is. I mean, if they're looking to hire a programming team, sure, then that's obviously what we're doing. We're helping in that sourcing process. But oftentimes, they also just have a number of different business initiatives. Maybe they have new products they're trying to introduce. They're not sure how to write the specs or what specs are needed. And so now we have consulting services to help with that process on-site, expert consultants, North American guys and gals that know what they're doing, have years and decades of experience. And then we can bring in offshore resources if necessary, from one of our certified software development partners.
Oh, that's great. See that? That's great. And tell us how you go to market. How do you get to your customers? How do you kind of present your what you offer?
Well, it's a number of things. We're always, I'm a technical guy, so I'm always thinking build a better mousetrap, and people will beat a path to your door. And these days, that means they'll find you on the internet. And we put a lot of effort into having a great website, having a blog with relevant content that isn't just about us, but about the problems and challenges that our clients face. So that's one thing. The second thing is we're very active on LinkedIn. So of course everybody knows in the business to business world, LinkedIn is the place to go to network. And so we're active in making connections and with sending out messages periodically to our network to see if we can help, to see if they know people that need the help, the kind of help that we provide. And then thirdly, we do some speaking engagements and things like that around the world. So it's kind of interesting because we're really approaching two audiences. I already mentioned the clients here in North America that need software development services, need to hire programmers, need to solve business problems with IT and technology. But there's also the companies offshore that offer these services. I mean, they're in this hugely crowded market, this global market. It's hard to get above the noise. So we're also offering, in a sense, a service to them to help them understand how to market and position themselves better. Often they're really great technically, sales and marketing not so much. So they need our help with that as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you've got two major audiences, a number of ways of approaching them. And tell me of those sort of modes of communication. What's working really well for you? What needs some tweaking? What's been your experience with things like
You know,
LinkedIn? And
I think without us, most clients try to work their own personal network. Both clients on the need who need programming services, and also the companies that are providing software development services. They try to access their network, their friends, their relatives. They ask questions, ask for personal referrals. We're trying to really energize that, to leverage that. We use technology, use the internet to leverage that same kind of relationship building. But it takes time. It takes a consistent effort. We do email campaigns as well as messaging on LinkedIn. And, people aren't always ready, but we try to provide entertaining, useful content so that we remain top of mind. I think that's what works. And when people, we have people contact us after, years, like 4 or 5 years of being on our email list, like, now I have a need, now I can need your services. And so, we're happy to, let's say, entertain them in the meantime until they have that need.
Yeah. Now, you've been working in this offshoring space for a number of years and through, a couple of cycles. I've known you for a long time. What's your biggest takeaway? What sort of have you learned that maybe has surprised you or that still kind of amazes you day to day about the world that you're in?
Yeah, I'd say it's that there's smart people everywhere, and I'm always amazed when I travel. I have another trip coming up to Asia in another month or two, and I've been to Eastern Europe last time. I went to Bolivia a year and a half ago, and they asked me to speak at a university, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to be speaking in English because, like many Americans, I'm unilingual. I have a whole theory as to why that is, but why Americans are that way. But everybody there spoke perfect English. I couldn't get over it. The students, the young people, their English was excellent, and they understood not only that, but they were really into the whole entrepreneurial scene and startups and the whole online, services and software as a service or kind of stuff that's going on. So that always amazes me. Similarly, I was in Minsk in Belarus. I mean, both Bolivia and Belarus. I mean, are they even countries? Most Americans couldn't find them on the map. But God, these guys are smart. And it was the same thing: English skills, entrepreneurial spirit. It's everywhere.
Yeah, that is a great takeaway. Well, Steve, thanks so much for taking time with us. I really appreciate it.
Sure, you're welcome.